Good morning, Asean. Freshen up your world, your thought, your idea with us every Monday to Friday at 7:30 to 8 a.m. I'm here with you, Nirasha Malisaklami.
And I'm Weena Jongbersit. It's Friday, the 3rd of May. Politics is getting really hot.
That's right.
Chai in Malaysia with the upcoming election this Sunday.
That's right.
And Malaysia's Prime Minister's office has denied any involvement in the opposition's claims that Malaysians as well as foreigners are being flown into the peninsula to vote for this Sunday polls. In a brief statement, a government spokesperson said the Prime Minister's office denies any involvement in these flights. The Election Commission has gone to extraordinary lengths to ensure that the electoral system is stronger than ever and the elections are free and fair. Malaysia Airlines has also denied allegations that it was deploying chartered flights to transport phantom voters for the polls. Malaysia Airlines wishes to clarify that all chartered flights in the national carrier system are commercial chartered flights, it said in a statement. Earlier Thursday, opposition leader Anwar Ibrahim claimed that the Prime Minister's office was responsible for chartering flights for an extremely large group of foreigners to fly into peninsular Malaysia from Sabah and Sarawak. He claimed that they would be ferried around the various constituencies in the peninsula to vote in favor of Barisan Nasional. He also claimed to have a copy of an email correspondence between top executives in an airline company, which implied that officers working in the Prime Minister's office were behind the charters.
And now we have special report from the Star Malaysia on the 13th upcoming elections.
With the entire nation gearing up for the 13th general election, which is just a few days away now, we took to the food stalls and coffee shops of Penang to canvass some election-themed opinions to get an idea of just what the voice of the people here in Penang are really saying.
What is the main issue of concern for you going up to G13?
Good governance, a fair government that doesn't talk about race and religion.
What would they have to do in order to get your votes, sir?
Okay, in order to get my vote, like I told you just now, it will be good governance, take care of the people, and minimize corruption.
Alex?
I think politicians, first of all, they got to look at the people, what the people want. The first thing, the major issue is the people. They got to fulfill whatever the people wants.
Right.
After that, we look at, the minor things such as, roads and stuff like that. That is fine. But most importantly to me is the people, what the people want.
Keamanan negara saya, kemajuan negara saya, mudah nak cari makan, mengurangkan kadar kemiskinan dalam negara.
Lim Kuan Eng is did well, very well in Penang.
Yeah.
He make Penang really clean.
Yeah.
Actually, all the politicians are the same. From the government or from the other side also the same. As long they are okay, as well, everything, all places is all okay, and it's good for us.
Okay.
Country economies go well. That's all we request. You cannot find a job, you can contribute, you're not making money, everything becomes miserable.
The government should help us for our course. We are medic student. The book costs too much, right?
Yeah.
And a book voucher only 250 ringgit. So it's not enough for us. One book costs about 300 something.
That's expensive. It's expensive business being a student. Right? What is your hope for the future with the G13 coming this weekend?
I wish Mr. Guan Yin will take the Penang all the way around.
Well, let's find out on this Sunday about who's going to win the elections. But now let's shift our attention to Indonesia on the South China Sea issues, as according to the Indonesian Foreign Affairs Minister yesterday said that Indonesia and China are committed to peaceful solution on the South China Sea issues. After the meeting with his counterpart, Minister Wang Yi, Martin Natalegawa said that both Indonesia and China, also other countries in ASEAN, believe that it is necessary to implement the Declaration of Conduct on the South China Sea and continue negotiations to form Code of Conduct, and there is no opposition among one party to another there. Marty emphasized related parties need to reach a comfort level to continue the negotiation for the Code of Conduct. Meanwhile, Minister Wang Yi reiterated that China stands on South China Sea issues, saying that the country wants to settle dispute in South China Sea by conducting consultation with related countries. The minister added that China will do its best to maintain peace and stability in the dispute area. China is committed to its stance, which is reflected in its policy and action on the field. As to the negotiation process of COC, Wang Yi said that China is open for discussion. However, he emphasized that the draft of COC needs to be agreed by all parties. China, Taiwan, and 4 ASEAN member countries, namely Vietnam, the Philippines, Malaysia, and Brunei Darussalam, are involved in overlapping claims to path of the South China Sea.
Vietnam has once again asked China to end its provocative action in the Hong Sa or Paracel Islands in order to maintain peace and stability in the East Sea, according to an official. The Vietnamese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Luong Tan Nhi was queried on the ministry's response to some of China's recent acts in the region, which include senior Chinese officials officially opening a Xinhua bookstore on Hong Sa's Pu Lam Island, Chinese tourist agencies bringing visitors to the archipelago, and an increase in Chinese fishing activity in Vietnamese waters. He said Vietnam affirms its indisputable sovereignty over Hong Sa archipelago. These actions from the Chinese side is seriously violated Vietnam's sovereignty and ran counter to the agreement guiding to the settlement of sea-related issues between Vietnam and China. He added the acts did not comply with the Declaration on the Conduct of the Parties in the East Sea or DOC and had caused a rise in tensions over the East Sea situation. On the same day, the chairman of Da Nang City People's Committee, Van Hu Sien, declared Hong Sa to be an island district belonging to central Da Nang City and an inseparable part of Vietnam's territory. He said that China's decision to bring tourists to Hong Sa violated Vietnam's sovereignty and had created discontent among Da Nang authorities and people. He stressed that Vietnam strongly opposed this illegal action and requests China to immediately put an end to organizing tours and other activities on Hong Sa archipelago.
And in Myanmar, according to a source, yesterday President Thein Sein plans a landmark visit to Washington this month in a sign of U.S. support for his reform despite a recent surge in anti-Muslim violence. Thein Sein, who would be the first leader of the country to visit in half a century, is planning to be in the American capital around May 20th or May 21st, a staff member at the U.S. Congress said. The trip would include a summit with President Barack Obama at the White House. Administration officials declined immediate comment, but have previously said that they were studying a visit by Thein Sein. The source said that the United States was considering as another gesture a change in U.S. policy to call the nation Myanmar the leader's preferred usage and not the previous name of Burma, which is used by the exile groups. The United States is also looking at whether to include Myanmar under the generalized system of preferences, through which the United States offers duty-free access for up to 5,000 products from developing countries that meet labor standards. It would be the first visit to Washington by a head of the country since military leader Ne Win was invited in 1966 by President Lyndon Johnson. Thein Sein has previously visited the United States to attend the UN General Assembly. However, he only held the meetings in New York. Thein Sein, a former general, surprised even many skeptics after taking office in 2011 as a nominal civilian by undertaking a range of reforms, including freeing political prisoners and relaxing censorship.
Philippines has received another credit rating upgrade. More on that story after the break. After being given bullish growth outlooks by various institutions and getting its first investment grade from Fitch Ratings, another credit rating agency has given the Philippines an investment grade. Standard & Poor's announced a statement that it has raised the country's credit rating by a notch from BB+ to BBB-, the minimum investment grade, citing the country's rosy macroeconomic fundamentals in the wake of global economic problems. S&P assigned a stable outlook on the country's new rating, which means it is likely to remain the same, at least over the short term, unless unexpected developments that could significantly change the country's macroeconomic indicators happen. A credit rating is used by foreign investors in making investment decisions. An investment grade signals to the investors that a country is a place suitable for business, and that its government and private enterprises in general have the ability to service debts to bond and equity investors. The upgrade on the Philippines reflects a strengthening external profile, moderating inflation, and the government's declining reliance on foreign currency debt, S&P credit analyst August Bernard said in the statement. S&P move to raise the country's credit rating came after its decision last month to upgrade its economic growth projection for the Philippines for 2013 from 5.9% to 6.5%. The improvement in the credit rating and growth estimate for the Philippines come as global economic problems led by the Eurozone crisis are dampening outlooks on many countries.
Let's have a look at the transport section between Singapore and Malaysia, as according to the Singapore's Transport Ministry, say that the architectural and engineering consultancy study for the rapid transit system linking Johor Bahru and Singapore is currently ongoing, and its first phase is nearly complete. The Joint Ministerial Committee, or JMC, for Iskandar, Malaysia, or IM, will then decide on the option for the RTS link to be further studied as part of the second phase of the study. Both countries have agreed to both sides to co-locate their customs, immigration and quarantine facilities at both the Singapore and Johor Bahru stations, so that cross-border commuters on the RTS link need to clear immigration only once at either station. This means that those who are taking the RTS link from Woodlands in Singapore will clear both Singapore and Malaysian's customs before boarding the train and need not clear again when they arrive at Johor Bahru. A similar arrangement will also be in place for those from the Johor Bahru taking the RTS link into Singapore. The rapid transit system is aimed at enhancing connectivity between the two countries. It will also be integrated with public transport services in Johor Bahru and Singapore. Some 100,000 workers in Johor commute to Singapore every day.
Urbanista today will take you to know about a yacht club in Pattaya, an eastern seaboard city in Thailand.
Sawadee and welcome to Urbanista, that will keep you updated with what's happening around Bangkok and the metropolises within ASEAN region, from social lives to cultural corners. And today I will take you out of Bangkok to observe a daytime activity which is also good for family members. When talking about Pattaya, entertainment venues and nightlife may dominate your perception, but in reality, there are some places that you can spend a good family time during the day. Among so many choices, a place for sailing is outstanding. And here I am in one of the most visited cities in the world, where the nights become alive when the days are gone. But today I will take you a little bit southwards from Pattaya City to visit a place where family members can spend a good time together. Located in a cove between Pattaya and Dom Tien with less than 2-hour drive from Bangkok, the Royal Warun Yacht Club is a premier sailing club and center of sailing in Thailand, offering a year-round sailing program with cruising and racing.
So Royal Warun Yacht Club is a large international yacht club. We're within yacht clubs around the world. We're one of the largest yacht clubs and we run lots of international events. It's a really, really gorgeous spot. As you probably can see, it's probably the nicest spot. Everyone says it's the nicest spot in Pattaya here. We're a large sailing club and a yacht club. We run lots of racing. We have a large junior program and anything to do with sailing. As everyone says, this is the greatest piece of water in the whole of Thailand to go sailing. We have the best wind, we have the best weather conditions and the best temperature in the whole of Thailand. So this is a fantastic place to go and it's renowned internationally as a place to go sailing.
According to the club's director of sailing, Jordan Romsby, the club facilities include clubhouse, restaurant, swimming pool, junior clubhouse, boat storage, and accommodation. Offering sailing classes for adults, this club is also an ideal place for families to give children some freedom in safe surroundings, as it also runs a comprehensive sailing program for children during the holidays, plus supervised sailing for kids on the weekends. From beginners sailing courses to advanced racing clinics taken care by professional instructors.
Majority of our membership are families, so we often get the mum and dad and they come down, they go out and hire a boat or go sailing in their own boats or do some racing. And then the children come and they get involved in the junior sailing. We have a very, very large junior sailing program and they come out and go onto the water. And then we've got a large swimming pool, we've got these fantastic facilities and we've got lots of children and lots of families to come down and enjoy this facility. At this club we've got 3 full-time instructors. Some of the instructors are very experienced. One of them used to be one of the top sailors in Thailand. One of them has been an instructor for 30 years, and then there's myself, and I'm quite an experienced sailor. So we've got 3 full-time trainers, and we've got a large program on junior and adult sailing, more or less every day. So we are very, very busy and very, very popular on the sail training.
Starting to go sailing at 6 years old, the club sailing director, who loves getting out in the water, having fun and enjoying the racing part of sailing with lots of people, personally thinks that sailing is a sport for life and there is no age limit for people to start sailing.
This, for young people around about 8 years old, is the perfect time to start. And it's a sport for life, so even older people can start sailing. There's no limit, there's no real maximum or minimum age to start sailing.
Currently, there are 450 club members. However, with the massive facilities and the growing number of membership, the director of sailing said Royal Warun Yacht Club is now expanding the whole training element to welcome more people who show interest to join the club.
The best thing to do is come down and have a look for this facility for yourself, and then we can discuss membership and go from there. But we're open to the public and contact the office at Royal Warun Yacht Club and we can sort out membership.
If you are also interested in joining the club, more information is available for you on its website appearing on the screen. And that's it for today's edition of Urbanista. You can follow me again every Friday. For today, thanks for joining. I am Satapat Patong. We'll see you next week.
And that wraps up our today editions. You can stay tuned with us from Monday to Friday at 7:30 to 8 a.m.
Thank you so much for watching. As I'm Weena Jungprasit.
And I am Niracha Malisak Lami. Have a great weekend. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ